All right, we're in Wednesday's qualifying round in the 2020 Winter Major, and so I've had some issues here. So like 2 tournaments ago, 3 tournaments ago, the Pacific Cup, um, the tournament before that, I had a top 10, top 5 Pacific Cup. I won the Pacific Cup. The next tournament, which was the third anniversary tournament, I got a second. And then the last tournament, I didn't even make the weekend round. My device, I've gotten to the point where I've gotten so much lag that I can barely even play. And it's come to a head here in the last few days. Day before yesterday, in my 99 account, it was so bad that I don't even know how I finished the round. And I cleaned off a bunch of stuff off my device. I did a bunch of stuff on it. I played my odd account yesterday and had the same issue. So last night I completely stripped I went back to factory reset on my tablet. And I have Golf Clash specific stuff on here. I don't have any other games. I don't have anything. My memory's absolutely, I'm at 100%. I've got max stuff. And we're going to see if this will fix my lag issue, because it's to the point where I can't even hardly play. I mean, there's not anything about me trying to get my timing right. And so I played on my phone for a while yesterday just to see. I played on my wife's tablet, and one-on-one it seemed fine, but I've been doing a little bit of research in social media and talking to my teammates, and it's like this during the tournaments where people will have some lag issues and have a little bit of problems during the tournament, but it has really gotten to the point where I can barely even play. So hopefully, stripping my device off and setting it to factory specs, my device is now at 100% optimum. I have fiber optic internet. My internet right now is raging. There's nobody at home. It's early in the morning. Nobody in my neighborhood's on. I live in a neighborhood where there's a lot of older people. I'm like 16. I'm like 18 years old, 18 and indestructible. For those of you that know it, yeah, I'm 18. And so there's right now it should be the optimal time, and if I am still getting lagged, then it's the game, and it has really come to a head where I can't. It's almost impossible to play. So hopefully today I have fixed this issue, and hopefully I will get past this laggy thing. So for those of you that follow the Kings of Golf is our primary clan. We set up a second clan, Kings of Golf 2, and we have 40 members in our Kings of Golf. There is promotion available to go from Kings of Golf 2 into Kings of Golf from tournament results. And the Kings of Golf 2 is completely full, so we've set up a third clan. So if you're looking for a clan out there, we do have Kings of Golf 3. So if you type in Kings of Golf, and it's the numeral 3, not the Roman numeral III, it's the Kings of Golf 3. But if you are looking for a clan, we get some support and a lot of information. It is available to you out there. You can search that up. All right, here we go. Hole number 1. So what's our goals here? So our goal is in this tournament, every tournament starts off with a base of minus 12. And then we look at the holes from there. So hole number 3 is a super tough eagle. That par 5 is like normally on par 5s, we're looking at eagle, giving ourselves an opportunity for Albie. On hole number 3, we're at birdie, giving ourselves an opportunity for eagle. So they could drop this minus 12 down to a minus 11. But hole number 7, it's definitely possible on that hole to get up there and down on that par 4 to get on and one or right off the green and pick up an eagle. And we really need to get that eagle. So that puts us back up at minus 12. In my mind, going into this, as far as what we're looking for tiebreakers, I'm looking at the minus 13. I want to get the eagle on 3 and I want to get the eagle on 7. And my goal is minus 13. I do think just, so that we have a number, minus 12 is the absolute minimum score that we're looking for. And we're really striving to get that minus 13. Going into qualifying rounds, my typical MO is I'm not hot at the beginning of the week. I do not want. I always feel like I'm in big trouble when I go into the qualifying round and I pop off some monster score, and then like the rest of the week it just goes downhill from there because I have no place to. I have nothing to move up. I got it all in the qualifying round, and then it's just all downhill, and that's not good. So I don't normally like to peak in the qualifying round, and for my game, I like to come in strong. So if I'm looking at the minimum score of -12. I like to come into the qualifying round with the minimum score +1, so -13. And I'm looking at -13 as the minimum, so, coming in with a -14. So these two right here are what I'm really looking for today is a -13, -14 as my qualifying score. Because what will happen is if in tiebreakers, it gets down to what you scored in the qualifying round. If you come in with the minimum score, and let's just say you thought of the minimum score as -12, that's going to put you ahead of about 95% of the people that are out there. Now, typically the people that are up there at the top of the brackets have done well in these rounds, so that may or may not help you, but coming in with good scores in your qualifying round, they don't have to be monster scores. But coming in with a -12, -13, in my case, what I'm looking for is a -13, -14. Those are going to be really strong qualifying round tiebreakers. Going into the opening round, I really want to be focused on this -13 and then picking shots up. So you're looking at -26 plus is what I want in my opening round, shooting for the -28. So somewhere in this range is my tiebreakers for the opening round so that I can build on this coming into the weekend round. The whole goal is to standardize this so that we can just go out and shoot the -26. That's the minimum score. It's just staying in the fairway, moving the ball in a forward direction, get on the green, make your putt, get your birdie on those par fours, get your birdie on those par threes, get your eagle on the par fives, and moving ahead. So today my goal is somewhere between -13 and -14. And what that's going to take is for me to not be getting these lag issues. If you watch I posted the qualifying round for my 99 account. It's the Low Level Clubs, LLC, Low Level Clubs. And if you watch those 9 videos, it got progressively worse as the round went on. But it was to the point where I'm surprised I was even able to finish the round. All right, on this hole, this hole, and there's one of the other par fours that's the same way, where if you're going to the right, there's danger here. And it's not that you can't get out here easy and that this isn't, this, if you can get down in here, you're probably, you've got a chance of getting into your short iron range. But most of the people that I'm seeing hit out here are in their long iron range. And if you draw the arc, you're in long iron range right here, and you're in long iron range right here. So you can see the danger that you're facing here versus landing here and just hitting the ball straight forward. So the only danger here is knowing how much topspin to put on so you don't roll into the rough. There is one other spot of danger, and that's this lamp post right here. So when you're taking this shot, you need to be, I'm going to set up a little bit to the right of it, which will put me in this third of the fairway, and then I'm going to put a little bit of curl just to bring it back towards the center. But you got to stay away from these lamp posts out here because they are in play. So I'm going to take an extra mile. Maybe. I sat there and talked for so long, it's probably going to reboot. Let's see how long we have to sit here at 9,500. Getting out there all right. So let's pick a bag here. Take bag number 1. So if you do join the Kings of Golf 3, our new clan, it's obviously a beginning clan, so you're going to end up with one bag, but it won't take us, it won't take us very long to get that. We'll get a second bag when we get to rookie, and then it won't take very long for us to get to pro. Our Kings of Golf 3 or 2 clan has been around for 3 months now, and we're going to be getting a third bag here very, very soon. I'm not going to be in my wood range, but I'm going to put that in there just in case. Got a grizzly. I'm going to bring what I really should bring is a Kingmaker just to cut the wind down on the second shot. All right, off we go. Hole number 1. Let's see if we can get a eagle. start this round off with an eagle. So I'm going to be a minimum club, which is 1.75 per ring is how I play it. And I'm going to do a 10% wind adjustment. Now, this hole is baffling. I've come here and I didn't do a wind adjustment and I've been off. And then I did a wind adjustment and I got my eagle. And then I came back again. I did my wind adjustment. I hit perfect and I was off. Like instead of doing a 10%, I should have been doing a 20%. These holes are baffling. I'm hitting them great and I'm putting them in the hole. And then I'm hitting them perfect and I'm doing the wind adjustment and it seems like I didn't even do the wind adjustment. So I'm baffled, which in my case isn't hard to do. You got 2.1, it's a 2.1 per ring. So we're a 1 ring pull. Put a little bit of curl just to bring it back to the fairway. And I hit it 70 rings great to the right. That'll put me in the rough. In the rough. That's the way to start the round. And that wasn't a lag issue. That was just me. I'm on my first cup of coffee. What do you expect? And I'm not even finished. I haven't even drank half of it yet. Maybe what I need is a cigarette. All right. I can tell you if you have lower developed clubs, you do not want to end up in the rough anywhere on this course. It is better to be short and in the fairway than anywhere in the rough. There are some of these spots in the rough that if you've got lower developed clubs, it doesn't look like it's that far. But, like, hey, I can easily get on from there. And then you get out there and it's like, wow, I can't get on from here. I happen to have a friend called the Nirvana. So there's max. There's max. There's mid. There's 3/4. So we're up in the, I'm close to that 2.0 per ring. Pretty close to max. Go right at it. Just a little bit on this side. 2.0 per ring, so that's about a ring and a quarter. There's a ring and a half. There's a ring and a quarter. And I'm going to do a little bit of a pull. Just try and hit this perfect. Hitting it perfect. Let's see if I got my wind adjustment right. Get in the hole. Just a bit outside. Ah. That little teeny bit of over pull. See, this is what I'm talking about. I did right there at the very end, I did about a 10% pull. And if I would have not, so I've done this at the beginning of the week. I was like, hey, we don't need to do any wind adjustment coming into the cup. And then I wasn't doing the wind adjustment and I was ending up slightly off to the right. So then I added on a 10% and I got my eagle. I'm like, okay, cool. We need to do a 10%. Maybe they're talking about doing no wind pull if you're out on the right and I'm on the left and I'm lower. So I'm lower than the cup than you would be if you were on the right-hand fairway. So maybe I should be doing a wind adjustment. So then I started doing the wind adjustment and now I'm missing the cup. So I'm undecided on whether or not it's whether I should be or shouldn't be doing the adjustment, because like one time I'll do the adjustment and it goes in the hole. And the next time I don't do the adjustment and it's right off. So then I go back and then I do the adjustment and then I'm right off the cup. These holes are starting to baffle me. But that was almost there. I see a lot of people when they're taking their sand and their rough shots and they just, they're putting it up there and getting on the green. And that's, you got to recover, just get up there and get on the green. But if you have a method for adjusting out wind with those, you can sink a lot of those shots with your rough iron and your sand wedge. If you take them just a little serious, you have just as good a chance. It's all about hitting that shot perfect. If you hit that shot perfect, you're going to give yourself a really good look at it. All right. That was hole number 1 of the 2020 Winter Major and Wednesday's qualifying round of the rookie division. Thanks for watching.